Good morning, beautiful people. It's a happy Freedom Friday. I call it Freedom Friday because we're gonna be free to go spend time with our families and friends. All right, so I've got two big topics for you guys today. I'm gonna, not give my opinion because I don't want to upset people. I'm only gonna provide information and ask you questions. And actually, I am going to give one opinion. I like the Kennedys. I'm going to say that. I like the Kennedys. I think they're one of the few families in the political arena that are fighting for the truth and justice and the human race. But anyways, that's it. Opinions are done. Are you ready? I've got two epic topics for us to discuss this morning. Feel free to leave your comments. Here it is. We're going to talk about the United States government and vaccinations. I know you guys love the debate about vaccinations. Again, I'm just going to provide information and ask you guys questions. So check this out. All right, back in 1986, there was an act passed that basically gave vaccine companies economic immunity. What that means is if a vaccination does any harm to someone, the vaccine companies are not held responsible because what happens is if a vaccination company, has to pay out a big lawsuit, then they have to stop research, production, and so on, right? And so the federal government felt that would hurt us as a nation. They wanted the research and production of vaccines to continue. So you can actually check it out. There's a website where if you do ever have an adverse effect to a vaccination, you submit your claim to, I think it's like Vax Injury or something. You got to look it up, but it has all the cases there and the decisions from the courts. But basically, if something does go through, if a person who is harmed by vaccinations wins a case, then the vaccination company does not pay that person. The federal government does, and the federal government has, and it's been up in the billions. So not for one case, I'm just saying overall. Check it out. That'll take you like 15 minutes of research. But okay, so now let's fast forward to today, actually to 2018. So because the vaccination companies and basically the committee that oversees vaccines in the United States, it's called Human Health Services, HHS. Their only job at this point now was to ensure that there is evolution in the production of vaccines, that it's being done in a better way, and that every year there's improvements, that they make it safer. Literally, their words are safer. So there's already an admission that they do harm. The vaccines do harm. So anyways, so from 1986, all the HHS had to do was collect these research papers and documents stating that vaccines are improving, the safety of vaccines are improving, and not just the safety, the manufacturing, the production, distribution, all that. That's all they had to do because now these vaccine companies had immunity, right? So they can kind of just do their work and send the reports without any fear of being sued. All right, so that was in 1986. So fast forward to 2018. In April, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and Del Bigtree, founders of ICAN, what is it? I can't even think of it right now. Formed Action something network. Informed Action Consent Network. I believe it's consent. I believe it's action. But anyways, you can check it out. It's called ICAN, and Robert F. Kennedy, Jr. and Del Bigtree, they're the founders. But anyways, they had to meet with the CDC. They had to meet with the National Institution of Health. They had to meet with the HHS, the committee we were talking about a second ago. They had to have a meeting and discuss, okay, where are we with the vaccines? And Del and Robert felt that something was fishy. So they brought it to the White House. The White House ordered them to look into it. So they submitted a Freedom of Information Act request in court. This was in the Southern District Court of New York, the Court of the United States. And the judge said, yep, turn over your information. The Freedom of Information Act request was that there's two committees that were supposed to be getting these reports on the vaccines. One committee in Senate and one committee in the House of Representatives, okay? And for those of you who don't know, that's Congress. So Congress just needed to provide the documents from 1986 till 2018 that showed the evolution and production of vaccines, and the safety of them had been improving each year, or at least they had been working to improve them, right? They just needed kind of like a safety net. So Senate was not, and basically Congress, Senate and the House of Representatives, that committee, I forgot the name of the two committees, you can look them up, they weren't producing the paperwork. And so the Freedom of Information Act was ordered. And so in June, so that was April, May, June, in June 2018, get this, ready? Congress submitted their report back to ICAN and to the judge, and with the statement saying that they did a thorough investigation of their federal records and all other relative indexes. That means anything else that could even possibly be related to these reports. They looked everywhere and everywhere that it could possibly be and found nothing. I'm gonna let that sit with you for a minute. They found 0 documents proving that there has been research and active work to improve the safety of vaccines. That tastes like truth. Anyways, it gets a little bit more twisted. Check this out. So Congress admits they haven't been getting the paperwork that they're supposed to get. Vaccines are not truly being improved or researched the way they should be in the last 32 years. So ICAN then produces the court decision and the information about this trial in this case. And I'm going to leave the case number in the comments so you can Google search it. You know, I'm cautious about posting pictures. They're easily photoshopped. Video, a little bit more difficult. And usually it's easy to catch if someone's trying to do some video editing, unless you have really good software. But yeah, so I try to stay away from those kind of things. But like court-ordered documents and PDFs that are signed by the actual judges, really hard to forge those, and they're usually caught right away, okay? So now we have an issue, right? So check this out. So I go to fact check. Because I know so many people love to go to fact check. And they flagged a Facebook post about the lawsuit. The United States government lost this lawsuit. ICAN won the decision. They won the relief. They were granted relief, meaning that that Congress did not meet their requirements. So I checked fact check, and the Facebook post they tried to post about this was flagged as false. Fact checked, mark that as false. Fact checked is saying that did not happen. Now, given there was a very slight difference in syntax in the way the person posted it, but it did not change the meaning of the post. The gist of the post was the United States government lost the lawsuit in a vaccination case, and that is absolutely true. But fact check lied about it. So here's my question for you: what does that say about fact check and who they're working for? What does that say about them? So just be careful, my friends. Be careful out there. You know, it's tricky in the age of information. It's tricky to find truth, but you can do it. And there are courses on it actually too. If you have any questions on what to look for and how to find things, I can give you guys tips. I'm not the master of it, but I do know how to avoid a lot of the common fakes out there, common misinformation. I've even posted misinformation before, and I love it when people correct me and go, hey, this has been disproved, or this picture isn't real. That's why I stay away from pictures. And then I'll usually delete it or correct the post. So anyways, guys, no research has been done. Vaccinations, I know we like to believe they're safe. And in most cases, yeah, it's like, I don't know, like 800, in every 800,000 cases, there has been adverse effects, but that's according to the research, right? So anyways, I think it's important for us as people and as communities to continue to talk and share information and personal stories, because that's one of the best ways to get the truth is from original source testimonies, not third party, not second party, but original source, primary source testimonies. And the Kennedys are still at it, huh? Again, my opinion, but those are some real people right there fighting for the real people. I love you guys. Have a great weekend. Keep dancing, keep praying, keep praising. You know, God is good. And one day we will have a fit king, a fit ruler to lead us back into balance with all creation. Who better to do that than the one that created it all, right? Love you guys. Peace.